The first statements that I was shown, the first fake bank statements, were to get my trust. The second set was to get to Diana. And then...
The silence has finally been broken. It was no other than Princess Diana's brother who had come forward with striking comments about the royal family and his sister's legacy, leaving people stunned by his honesty.
It's clear to me that there are certain people who were in the BBC who have behaved in a way that is truly abysmal and possibly criminal.
In a recent appearance on ITV's Loose Women on May 15th of 2025, Charles Spencer opened up in a rare and emotional interview that caught everyone's attention. Speaking with honesty and genuine pain, he described Diana's death as an amputation, saying the loss of his sister felt like losing a part of himself forever. Behind that grief came another truth, and this time he went even further. Spencer also revisited the darker truths surrounding her life, including how journalist Martin Bashir, who allegedly deceived Diana into her 1995 BBC interview, used forged bank statements to make her believe people close to her were being paid to spy on her. That web of lies and conspiracy shattered her trust and pushed her further into isolation. He made it clear that the manipulation and betrayal his sister endured still haunt him to this day. Charles Spencer wasn't trying to cause any drama or a rumor. On the contrary, he just wanted the truth out, to show how badly Diana was hurt by those who should have protected her. So, who was supposed to protect her in the first place?
And I've got people looking at that, and we'll see. But it's not going to end now. I'm not saying that as some ugly threat. It just can't stop here because there's still more to come out.
For years, Earl Spencer has been the loyal guardian of Diana's memory, particularly at Althorpe, her final resting place. However, his recent statements aren't about preserving history. In fact, they're about correcting it, and in doing so, he has reopened wounds that many thought had healed. What exactly did he say? He's talking about this interview, which was a huge deal at the time, where Diana was spilling her heart. "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded," she famously said. It exposed the reality of royal unhappiness in a way no one had seen before. But the integrity of how that interview was secured has been under intense suspicion for years. However, recent independent investigations have confirmed that Bashir used deceitful behavior to secure Diana's participation. Now, forgery and lies are no longer secrets. Still, Spencer's latest confession reveals something even darker. Charles Spencer revealed that Martin Bashir tricked both him and Diana by showing fake bank statements that made it look like people close to her were being paid to spy on her. Spencer said this cruel lie made Diana deeply paranoid and caused her to pull away from those who truly loved her, even from him. He admitted that the manipulation broke the trust between them and left him powerless to protect his sister when she needed him most. That right there was a betrayal that changed the course of Diana's life forever. Spencer later revealed that Bashir even showed him a fake abortion receipt tied to royal nanny Tiggy Legborg to make Diana think she was having an affair with Prince Charles. It was a cruel and calculated move meant to destroy her trust in everyone around her. But what was the true motive behind all this?
Do you think Mrs. Parker Bowles was a factor in the breakdown of your marriage?
Well, there were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded.
So Princess Diana was actually supposed to be protected by the royal institution, her security team, and the BBC, yet many believe all 3 failed her in different ways. However, inside the palace, she often felt isolated and unheard, saying to herself that there was no one to turn to. Her royal protection was reduced after her separation from Charles, leaving her exposed to constant media harassment. Shortly after that came the BBC's betrayal. That's why so many still believe there's more to her death than an accident, a web of lies, manipulation, and power that began long before that tragic night in Paris. This is where the story goes truly dark. Charles Earl Spencer has drawn a direct, heartbreaking line from this original deception to Diana's ultimate fate. He, at the heart of it, believes that the deceit that secured that interview played a direct role in making her vulnerable in the final tragic summer of 1997. It's an extraordinary claim that demands a complete re-evaluation of history. Moreover, many believe the monarchy wanted to silence Princess Diana because her power came from something they couldn't control, and that's her emotion. She spoke openly about pain, love, and betrayal, breaking the royal code of silence that protected the image of perfection. When she revealed the loneliness, the affairs, and the pressure behind palace walls, she didn't just tell her story, but also expose theirs. To the public, she was the people's princess, a symbol of honesty and warmth, but to the monarchy, she was unpredictable, independent, and dangerously beloved. Her voice reached hearts faster than any royal statement ever could, and for an institution built on control, that was the one thing they feared most. Now everyone is asking, does Spencer's interview bring more light to her case?
I met Martin Bashir on the 31st of August, 1995, because exactly 2 years later she died. And I do draw a line between the two events.
Earl Charles Spencer has revealed to us that in the months before her death, Princess Diana often confided in him, sharing the fears that haunted her. She told him she felt watched, followed, and increasingly unsafe, convinced that powerful people wanted to see her silenced. Spencer later revealed that she spoke of dark forces working against her, and that she feared her life would be cut short in what would appear to be an accident. Their conversations were filled with worry, but also determination. So in fact, Diana wanted to build a life beyond the palace, one defined by freedom and purpose, not control. To her brother, she sounded tired but resolute, aware of the danger yet unwilling to live in fear. Looking back, Spencer said those words were her quiet warnings, and they are still echoing in his mind, leaving him wondering if she somehow knew what was coming.
I think there's a lot of other people out there, the majority, that also don't want history to repeat itself. Through the disclosure process, I've discovered that some people want history to repeat itself, which is pretty dark.
In many ways, Prince Harry is walking the same path his mother once did, and that is trying to live freely while facing the same forces that once surrounded her. Like Diana, he stepped away from royal life, seeking peace, independence, and control over his own story. But just as his mother feared for her safety, Harry now faces his own battles over security and protection. Spencer has shown quiet but clear support for Prince Harry, especially in his ongoing battles with the media and security concerns. He's expressed that Diana would be proud of Harry for standing up for himself and refusing to be silenced, much like she once did. Spencer has often drawn parallels between the way the press treated Diana and how they continue to target Harry, saying the same cruelty and intrusion have simply shifted from mother to son. To him, Harry's fight for safety and fairness isn't rebellion like many Sacks, but survival. It's the same courage Diana showed, passed down to one person who understood her struggle best. So are the same forces that once were circling around Princess Diana now keeping an eye on her son, Harry?
You mean within the royal household?
They see me as a threat of some kind. And I'm here to do good. I'm not a destructive person.
Now, Spencer might have just reopened a story the royals wanted to be buried forever. So did he just confirm what Diana always feared and who was really pulling the strings behind Diana's downfall? Let me know what you think in the comments. For more juicy stories, click on like and subscribe. Cheers!